have kind of like a committee of those that are the final sign off on things. Like I know these go through quality assurance and peer reviews and all kinds of rounds, right, of analysis. But ultimately, is that down to one person or a few people that are the ultimate? Okay, we're signing off on this.
Well, it's typically a few people. I mean, what we try to do is we try to establish project leads, program managers that are kind of the go-to person for any particular project, right? And so that person obviously has a say. And then we have subject matter experts. So there's some of us that have been there a while, have been exposed to a lot of different missile systems and different capabilities. And so we have subject matter experts then that can do peer reviews and whatnot. And in most cases, it's a group effort. We're all, we always all want to be on the same page. If you have someone that doesn't like a design or thinks it should be done differently, you want to understand why.
Sure.
Right? Because so in most cases we're of like mind and we agree on things and can move forward with it.
But at the same time, you've built a culture where people are able to voice a dissenting opinion or an alternate view.
Yeah.
Right, and not be throttled for it.
Yeah, I hope so. And that's where we want to be, right? You don't want a bunch of you want people to
yes man or whatever.
You don't want to have a lot of yes men. I mean, I think in a meeting one time I said if I'm full of shit, I want you to tell me I'm full of shit. Right. And I really feel that way because everyone should have a voice. And you really hire smart people so, you can let them do their thing and they can tell you what should be done as opposed to us telling them what to do, right? Because otherwise you completely lose out on that talent. You don't want to get them in a situation where they feel like, where they're afraid to voice their opinion or say what they think.
Yeah.
So that culture, to me, is one of the most important things, is for everyone to have a voice, everyone to feel good about voicing their opinion, regardless of what it is, and not be concerned about repercussions of what they may say.
I'm going to show the product list now again from your website, and I want to know which of these is like, this is your baby, or you have the most specialty, or where, like, you care that not that you don't care about them all. Of course, it's your company, but there's one that really, it's like everyone's like, oh, that's David's thing, right? Or
well, not anymore. I think most of these are being kind of passed on to other individuals that have taken ownership of them and are doing a fantastic job. I think we do a lot of work with Javelin.
Okay.
The Javelin missile system. A lot of us at Invariant, we supported Javelin in the 80s before it was called Javelin.
Okay.
And so we have a lot of corporate knowledge in that. And so one of the things that we've done recently, or actually over the last several years, is develop custom hardware and custom software to allow you to fire the Javelin missile off of multiple platforms.
Okay.
And so that's the Mule, the multi-use launch electronics that was up there. So that's a key product line that we have that's doing really well in a lot of different applications. Brian Johnson is the program manager for that. Loki is a Javelin missile simulator, so it allows you to utilize for testing and for training and for launcher verification a capability that emulates Javelin. Mm-hmm. And so that's a really a tool that is in the soldier's hands and is utilized by a lot of people. It's got a really, really cool capability. CWS, Containerized Weapons System. Ryan Lowry's a program manager on that now. And what's unique about that, or what's exciting about that, is we've recently adapted it to fire 275 laser-guided rockets in a counter-UAS mode, and which is very beneficial supporting intercept of Group 2 and Group 3 UAS that they're shooting over in Iran and the Russians have, and a lot of people have different Group 3 drones that they're flying in towards our forces or other people's forces to try to to do different things. So the capability, working with other vendors to come up with that capability and incorporate that into containerized weapon system, is something we've been working on over the last few years. We've been participating in joint efforts out at Yuma Proving Grounds, demonstrating the capability, and that's gained a lot of traction. So I know you wanted one.
That's all right.
And then Firefly, of course, when the Phoenix PD came by a few weeks ago, and they were talking about all the different cases where they've used Firefly to support making arrests and pulling bad guys off the street. I mean, you can't help but feel good about that, and the reward of that is really great. So as we've grown, you mentioned earlier, have we gotten away from some niche things? And we really haven't. We've really expanded, but we're still, where we're building capability, we're building hardware and software
Yeah.
that we design from scratch, we take out and test, and then we actually put it into users' hands and actually see it work. And it's very rewarding when you see it work in a positive way.
You wake up excited every day?
Not every day, but
Most days?
Yeah, most days.
Yeah, there's other things about running a company, right, that can overshadow
Yeah.
all of the great things, right? There's a lot of different stresses on you, and
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, but we've got a great team. There's a lot of us there. It's a village, so there's a lot of great folks on board that I work with every day. So
Yeah.
yeah, it is great to go to work. I look forward to going to work and seeing what we do.
You know, I forgot to mention at the very beginning, on your LinkedIn profile, you're holding, I guess, one of your grandchildren, and you have the Strange Noises shirt on, which I have.
Yeah.
From Fow Wow. And this is an Alabama Fow Wow design. I haven't worn this since episode 9.
Really?
You'd have to go back. My memory's still pretty good from episode to episode on what number. My mind works really well with numbers, just numbers and an
Yeah.
event.
Yeah.
So you'll always be number 68 to me,
Okay.
right? And Matt Kroschel, who used to live here, he was a reporter for Way 31. He lives in Colorado now.
Yeah.
He's an news anchor there. And I wore this shirt that episode. But Fow Wow, he had a store downtown off of Howe Avenue, and then I guess they just closed it down.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. He works for Redstone Federal Credit Union.
Okay.
And so I was just going to ask, was that a gift given to you, the Strange Noises Fow Wow design shirt, or did you?
My daughter gave it to me.
Your daughter gave it to you.
I get a little bit of abuse for, I think LinkedIn is a professional website, and most people wear a dress or a suit, or they look professional, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, we're all about family here at Invariant,
Sure.
so I want the CEO and president to obviously be a family guy. So I'm resistant to changing my LinkedIn profile, because it was a time with my granddaughter hanging out at the beach, and I was in a t-shirt, and so yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I saw a guy, a friend of mine I hadn't seen in a while, and on his LinkedIn, he had a picture of him and his wife and his 2 kids, and we were talking about it. Because like, yeah, I mean, that's that's family, right? Why not show that on your LinkedIn profile as opposed to the more of the business attire? So